What's up, guys? DJO Bowser here, back with another video for my channel, and this time it's gonna be Legend of Zelda and Majora's Mask. Legend of Zelda's Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. But what I wanted to do this time was a Legend of Zelda Q&A. And I tried to get people my email so they can message me about this and ask me questions, but I gave it about 4 or 5 days. No one ever replied. So what I did, I only got 3 questions that I had some people ask, and it was going on 4 days, and I was like, well, hey, I'm just going to go with what I have. And I've got 3 of them, and they're actually all real good questions. I got 3 of them from my friends at work. If I can get no one online, I was like, well, hey, I'll just ask my friends around work. They'll help me out. But anyway, this is the Legend of Zelda Q&A between Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time. First one here is by Roger Cooper. Here you go, dude. You wanted to know the overall theories of the mask salesman. Well, I know one theory is that he's believed to be a spirit. And it's like one of those haunting things, entity can't leave this place because it's got this possession on something that he knows it's his. There's theories going around that Majora's Mask was his, and that's where the Skull Kid killed him. And they think the theory is that he killed him in the Lost Woods you see in the opening scene of Majora's Mask. And theories say that maybe he's probably a spirit, he's trying to be at peace, but the only way he knows how to do it is to have Link help him get his mask back. And of course, Link is successful, and if you see at the end of the game, after you beat it, you see the last cutscene with the Skull Kid and Link and the Mask Salesman. As the Mask Salesman leaves, he just vanishes into thin air. And some say that he's a spirit because, he just disappears. And some people think maybe it's just because it was low, but, when they made the game, that's just how it worked out. But some theories say that he's a spirit. Dang it. Another theory says that he's actually, when he was in Hyrule, there's something to do with the storyline, how the chronological order thing. I guess if Link defeated Ganon, or didn't defeat Ganon, he left either way. And so he manages to find I'm thinking about Kingdom Hearts, sorry. When he finds his way into Clock Town, which is, I guess, this portal or whatever into the Lost Woods. There's a theory that says, that I've seen in videos, it says also that Link wasn't there to buy his masks in Ocarina of Time, so he left because Link wasn't there to help, or I'm sorry, I think I might get that. I'm sorry, I do believe I had that backwards. Other way around. He was in Traverse Town, but since if he failed to defeat Ganon, Link never came to Clock Town. Yeah, that's it. Sorry. Anyway, if Link failed to defeat Ganon, Ganon gains his rule over the world, and that means there was no Link to come to Traverse Town because Clocktown, because he failed at defeating Ganon, which sends him into the story of the other Zeldas. And theory says that he was just basically just traveling his way, and then since Link wasn't there, he just had to leave, and he couldn't do nothing about it. And then there's also a theory, and I think this is the final one that I've heard. So I think there's total 3 that I know of that I've been reading on. The theory says about that in the game it talks about too that there was this dark figure or this dark person that came in. I think it's when you're fighting the Ikana generals in Ikana Canyon. They talk about how there was this stranger who purged open the gates of Ikana, and that's how they got ran over with all their demons and spirits and all that. And theory goes that he was the one that actually started all the crap in Termina, and that's why everything was going wrong and why he had the Majora's Mask. Because in theory, the theories say that the Majora's Mask was made by some kind of dark tribe. It doesn't really say what kind of tribe it was. It just says a dark tribe, and they were the ones that were responsible for making this mask, using it in rituals, and the power became so evil that they had to stop. They had to get rid of it because it was too evil for them, and they were dark beings or whatever. And the rumor said, or sorry, not rumor, theory says that the way he obtained this mask, he was actually maybe one of the people that came into contact with these dark beings, and he was the one that actually purged open the land of Ikana and stole the mask itself. And then that's how he came into contact with the Skull Kid, and then all heck breaks loose. So I'm pretty sure, Roger, that's all the theories I know of. If I've missed one, let me know, and feel free to correct me. This is this theory video, this Q&A, is actually up for opinions, comments, corrections, anything you want to leave. If I mess something up or miss something, correct me, leave something. I don't care. It's totally up for discussion. I mean, I don't mind at all. But yeah, like I said, Roger, I'm pretty sure that's all the theories that I've seen so far. He's either a spirit, or he was the mastermind behind the whole incident in Termina, or he had came into Termina, but since Link failed at defeating Ganon, if he had failed, Link never came to Termina, so Master Salesman had to leave anyway because Termina was cursed, so he couldn't stay. So yeah, like I said, I think that's pretty much touches up on all the theories that I know. If I'm wrong in any, let me know if you know of any that I missed. Okay, on to the next question. This one is by Cody Vowell. Or, no, sorry. Let's just call him the Seameister. But Cody, your question was the theory about the Graveyard Boy in Ocarina of Time. I think there's maybe one or two theories about him. But basically, you can figure these out within the game. I mean, from what I've observed playing it, of course, when you start out, when you get to Kakariko Village, you're doing your stuff, you know, getting your bottles, getting your cuckoos for the girl, and all that stuff. And then when you go to visit the graveyard during the day, a little boy's out there. You know, he has a stick, and he's stomping across the graves like Dampé. And if you talk to him, he's like, "I want to be just like Dampé." But if you remember, if you try and pull a grave back while it's during the day, he's like, "Don't touch the graves, or I'll tell Dampé," or something to that effect. Some theories, I don't believe this one because I mean it pretty much self-explains itself right there. There was one theory I seen, Cody, that uh, was a theory that said that he was actually Dampé when he grew up. But if you remember, Dampé and the boy was two different characters, so I knew that one was false. Then there's a theory, but if like before I move on, if you remember too, during the day you only seen him in the graveyard. You didn't see him anywhere else, and during night he was in bed or whatever. That's supposedly what his mother's character says. And you don't see him anywhere else. But when you turn to adult and you get back to Kakariko Village again, this boy's nowhere to be found. The only time you ever see him is as a child in Kakariko Village, and that's only during the day. But when you turn adult, you never see this character anymore. I mean, not even once. Pardon me, sorry guys. But you never see this character anymore in the game from the child era. So some rumors say that he was actually some rumors say that he could actually be the Poe guard in the Hyrule Castle Gate house during the adult timeline or adult part of the game. I believe that one could be true because if you remember, I think you get two dialogues from that boy in the graveyard when you're a kid. If you mess with the graves, he says he wants to tell Dampé. And then if you talk to him up close, he wants to be like Dampé, and he hopes he can find a ghost. It would be cool. So that's kind of leading up and kind of proves that that could be him in the Hyrule Castle gatehouse as an adult. And you come in, you see the box up on the wall with the pose in it and all that. So there's theory that says that could be him, and it makes sense because I mean, like I said, you never see this boy anymore in the game once you turn adult. Nowhere. The one guy that's up in the watchtower in Caracal Village, I almost thought that could have been him, but if you remember, you actually see him in Hyrule Castle Market as a kid because he's up on the balcony above the Bombchu shop. He's up there doing the same motion he does in Caracal Village on the watchtower. So I kind of proved myself wrong there. So yeah, the main theory about the Graveyard Boy is that he's actually the Pogard in Hyrule Castle Town gatehouse as an adult. So yeah, Cody, there's the theory for the Graveyard Boy. And okay, now on to Yancey. Here you go, bud. You wanted to know about the overall characters in Ocarina of Time's dialogue. I told you could give me a challenging one, and you pretty much put me on the spot. I've been searching since I got home from E-Town today. I don't know how I went through 5 different websites, and like you told me, you asked about it, but you said if you didn't remember how many there were, but you told me that your friend had downloaded the file it has on, I think it's game FAQs, and it actually has a whole list there, and it has the complete dialogue starting from your instructions of what your controls are, all the way through every character's dialogue, every cutscene's dialogue, and your pause, or not your pause menu, but all of the entire characters of the dialogue. That's letter by letter. I don't remember if you told me. I thought maybe you said like 25,000, and I think you might be right on that, or your friend was right on that. But I'm looking at the page now, and I'm scrolling with my right thumbstick on the PS3 controller, and the scroll bar that's on there that shows how far you are on your page, it's like it's about as wide as a knife blade, and I'm halfway through the page. So I tried looking up everywhere to see if I can find any kind of number verification, and the only websites I get are telling me that I got to download a file, and it's a dump file with all the character dialogues in it, and you put it on your computer on like WordPad or something, and it tells you how many characters you've got on that notepad. So you kind of really stumped me, Yancey. Very good job, because I'm not about to on this file, on this website, on this page, it tells you if you feel like you want to try and count it, go for it. And like I said, the scroll bar on the web page is about the width of a knife blade. And remember, like I said, you said you wanted to know the entire character dialogue. That's the entire letter by letter, what the dialogue is. So, you know, not the words, but like, here's one line for instance. Like in the shop, it shows you the Deku stick is 1 piece for 10 rubies. You said the entire dialogue. That means every character, which is DEKU. So that's 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So yeah, every letter by letter. I don't have the file to download on my computer, so like I said, you did pretty good. Stumped me on that one. Like I said, I don't know if you told me your friend said 25,000, but I think that I think that sounds about right, but I could be wrong. But you can remind me later. This video will be up on YouTube, guys. And that was Legend of Zelda Q&A between Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. Hope you guys enjoy. Roger, Cody, Yancey, thank you for your questions, bud. And anyone else out there that wants me to do another Q&A, just let me know. I can do any game that I know. Like, I played Mario, all those games growing up. So if you want to know some questions, I can answer them. Email me. I told you guys in the video before, I don't care that you email me. Just make sure you label your messages, whatever game kind of questions. Say if I do a Mario Q&A, message me, title the message, Mario questions, Legend of Zelda questions, Final Fantasy questions, Sonic questions. Label them, and I'll do my best to answer them. Just you gotta let me know. And I don't care giving my email out. It's littlecub14@msn.com. And that's little as in small, cub as in a bear cub, and the number 14@msn.com. So yeah, guys, message me. Let me know what you want to hear, what you want to ask. If you want to do another Q&A with me, just let me know. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy. This is DJO Bowser tuning out and letting you know. Stay tuned for more.